The general education curriculum was overhauled through the CHED Memorandum Order or CMO number 20 series of 2013. And this was implemented starting school year 2018. So ang first batch nga nag-take ani nga set sa general education have already graduated last week niya katong 5 years. They graduated this school year or last school year rather the other day ay kahap itong Sabado ang graduate sila. So your ates and kuyas might already have taken up the general education subjects that were promulgated and provided for in CMO number 20 series of 2013. But before that, of course, kung doon na pagid mo yung mga maguwang and of course your parents were part of the old curriculum. So sa una, kung moingon ka og general education or minors, mo tong daghan kayong English na English 1, English 2, English 3, na Filipino 1, Filipino 2, Econ 1, Econ 3, Math 1, Math 1 sa daghan kayo. So karon under this CMO 20 series of 2013, the general education curriculum was simplified. So it is uniform across courses. So meaning to say, you accountancy students does not have a different set of general education subjects sa uban, no? So meaning to say, whether you are accountancy student, BA student, pol sci student, economics, or engineering, pharmacy, nursing, medical technology, optometry, etc. As long as undergrad ka, we have now a uniform general education subjects, which means that kung ikaw, first year pa man mo, no? I do not know if naka-decide na ba mo nga mag-accountancy gid mo tibok ninyong kinabuhi. But when you decide to shift, you will still have, dili na mo ma-problema. Di pa sa una nga, kung gikan ka, pananglitan, no? Nag-interschool ka, meaning to say, ni-transfer ka from one school to another. In the old curriculum, problema, kay kuan pa man ka, credit pa man ka, kung ang imong English 1 sa San Carlos, English 1 ba po dito sa lain eskwelahan? Okay? Pananglitan, ibalhin kag course, ni shift kag course. Kung ato nang usahon pag usa ka word lang na siya class, nag-intercourse ka, no? Nagbalhin-balhin kag kurso. So, ay ka problema because your TCW in accountancy, if you passed it and you decided to transfer kay late ka nakabantay nga, uy, di man day ko pang accountancy, pang polsay man di ay ko. So, ni-shift kag polsay. Nga nagkita na punta dito. Okay, because I will be going back to the Department of Political Science next sem. Then, so nahuman na kag TCW diri sa accountancy niya, ipasar ka, imo nang dadon dito. Wala kay, so proceed na ka, human naman ka ana. So the same is true if you are from if you are from accountancy, mo shift ka og medical technology. Balhin kag lain school, balhin pagid kag lain course. What will happen to your Gen Ed classes or courses or subjects that you have passed in USC? Would they be credited? The answer is yes. Because uniforman ta sa ato ang GE subjects across schools and colleges in the tertiary level and across the courses. Okay. So TCW is just one of the general education subjects that you will be taking under CMO number 20 series of 2013, the new general education curriculum. Okay. So together with TCW, you have already taken some of your GE subjects in the first sem. Okay? So perhaps you are done with STS, you are done with MMW, you are having it with a PC this semester, no? And later on, you will have Rizal, LWR, you will have art appreciation, you will have readings in Philippine history, okay? Then, unsa pa na diha nga mga, there are 8 of these subjects, excluding Rizal and of course, EDM 1 and 2, which are institutional. Okay. Now, what about TCW? What is TCW all about? So, according to CMO 20 series of 2013, globalization is at the heart of the discussion. Okay? So, globalization and its impact on individuals, communities, and nations, challenges and responses. So, that is this brief description as far as the content of TCW is concerned. So, it is about the phenomenon of globalization, how it impacts us individually, how it affects you as a community, okay, as a country, a nation, etc. And perhaps it is also worth reflecting how the dynamics of globalization as it is happening throughout the world is also affecting you as accountants, accountancy students. So some years from now, you will be reviewing for the CPA board. Kana kung makadiretso tag accounting dili ta matangtang sa sana na pa ba nang inyong gitawag nga kuan, so na inyong mga exam diha nga kung di ka kapasar taga kag napa no. Okay, good luck. Okay, sa una pa na class, don't you have to be serious about that anyway. If you want to stay in USC and stay in USC accountancy until the 5th year, okay, sa titawag nila ana sa una, there is naning ngalan, sungog-sungogon kay ito na ako makaila sa una kay, yeah, I think you will be taking it up by summer, no? Summer first sem, summer first year, padong second year, then second year padong third year padong fourth year. I do not know. Yeah, I now remember. It was called CEL before. CEL or SEL ba tong spelling. So I do not know if they're still calling it CEL today. Okay, but ako na hinumduman ana ni CEL ang kontra man na ni Goku. Anyway, yeah. So okay. So how are you affected by globalization? So pananglitan kanang inyong auditing theory. Yun sa man sa may epekto sa globalization ni ana. Because when I look at the other CMOs, kaning CHED memorandum orders, for example, mga engineering, CMO ordaining the offering of civil engineering, industrial engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. Kuan man jud dito, explicit man jud, express man jud ang pagkasulti ug unsa ang impact sa globalization sa ilahang kurso. And I tried looking at the CMO also of accountancy just last week because I already have the premonition na basig daghan kay kong accountancy the same. O dili lang sayo pa kong premonition class kay dili lang daghan tanan jud. So all my TCW classes are accountancy students except one. Sakto day naday usa Polsay. Anyway, so I look into your CMOs. CMO now, I just forgot the CMO number and the series. That was 2017, I guess. Though I was looking for the word globalization, though it was not there. But the fact is, you still have to be acquainted and aware of what is going on, because at the end of the day, the things that you will be accounting are things of economics, right? Okay? Bahin man nagkwarta inyong i-account, bahin man nag mga properties inyong i-account, and anything that could be reduced into the value of money, di ba? Sakto ba? And these things will be impacted by whatever things happening in the international or in the global arena. So that is why this subject was perhaps included by the Commission on Higher Education. Now, if you notice, class, there is a Tagalog version here. Globalisasyon at ang epekto nito sa mga individual at komunidad at mga nasyon, mga hamon at mga tugon. I do not know if I can really deliver that in Tagalog, but we will have it in English because my mother tongue is Cebuano. Okay? So di na lang ta magpatugad-tugag Tagalog class kay lisod kayo atong mga salitang ugat kuwang ra, no? Budgetonon kaayo atong Tagalog. Yeah, anyway, we will have it in English. So in this connection, I do not know how many of you can understand Cebuano. Perhaps a majority, of course. But for those who cannot understand Cebuano, um, since you will start staying in Cebu by accident and by force of necessity, you will have to learn Cebuano. So so kana no. Anyway, so the next slide will focus on the final requirement. Okay? So the final requirement is an awareness campaign material. You will do this by group. And since you are 35, uh, okay, I was just wondering how to divide you by 3. Dili man ni pwede by 3, di ba? Kay 7, 5 times 7 naman ni siya. 5 times 7 equals 35. Kung 30, pwede ra. Unta to 3 persons by... But anyway, sige lang. You will be doing this by group. You will submit this on the finals week. Okay? The rubrics will be discussed to you once we will have the face-to-face meeting next week. Okay? The grading system, as I have said, will also have to be discussed to you face-to-face. And of course, the groupings will be done earlier, I would say, because you will have to establish chemistry with your group mates. Okay? I do not know if you are the same block sa first sem. Kamo ra? The same block mo sa first sem? Dili. So, nausab. Is this block A or block what?
Block B, sir.
Block B. Sige. Okay. Mo pa paghapoy rules ninyo diha, block A, block B, block C according to your GWAG?
According sa group number sir, for the major subjects.
Okay. Sige. Anyway, since you are not the same block sa last sem, that's why asakto ra gyud mag-groupings tag sayo. Kay haron you will establish chemistry, friendship, understanding. Importante man na magkasabot mo sa grupo ninyo. Okay? You will also have to accept the limitations of your group members. Kinsay, for example ha, kinsay group member nga dili ninyo pwede patawag og meeting kung gabi kay sayo makatog. Kinsay group member nga dili ninyo pwede ipatawag og meeting sa buntag sayo kay dugay kay makamata. Ano may na limitations like that. And of course, I understand because that is one of the things that we experience at your age. Ganahan kay tamatog, o ganahan sad kay tamadugay matug. Yan ba? Then of course, we also have to understand that not everyone in the class are extroverts. Okay? There are introverts who might like to work individually. However, though I understand nga naagi mga introvert pras nako, we have to understand also that we have to train ourselves to work with our group mates. Why? Because later on, by the time we graduate, by the time we are immersed in the workforce, nagsugod din yung trabaho, dili baya ni pwede nga magkita-kita, no? We will be working with people. So, in spite of being introverts, we will also have to, open up ourselves, expose also ourselves with the crowd. Because at the end of the day, that would be the demands of the future workplace. Okay? Maski gani ug mag-private practice ka sa imuhang pagka-accountant, you will also be working with people. Naman yung kay secretary, nakadihay mga unsa pa na diya sa imong opisina, no? So, kana. Okay. So the groupings we will have it earlier. Okay. Now, so that is the final requirement. We call it the culminating outcome of significance. Taas pa kayo ng ngalana tungod na sa OBE class. Pero kung ato nang sumadahon, final requirement pa na, final deliverable. Okay. Now, what are the things or the concepts the topics that we will be talking about. So as we have said, TCW is about globalization. But we will go over the following aspects. Atong tan-awon ang globalization in the following aspects. So economic, political, religious, technological, and sociological cultural aspects. So muna siya ang component. So kani siya nga slide mobalik ra ni inig-discuss nato sa first topic. Okay? So ako nang ibalikon. Okay, so kani nga mga aspects, we will be discussing them, and some of the topics I would say would be squeezed in some days. Okay? That's why I find also helpful the asynchronous nga component, no? Kaya nga tumanta sa asynchronous mamawi because I already have prepared the recorded videos. Okay, so andam na ako daan class ang mga recorded videos nato since last sem. Okay, anyway, more or less maura man ang dagan sa mga concepts, wala may mga bag-o kaayo nga nausab. Okay, now, so from there, let us move to the next slide. So for our introductory discussions, we will have the following. Okay, so the definition of globalization, metaphors of globalization, historical underpinnings, the ACR model, and the aspects of globalization. So this will be the composition of the introductory topics. Okay? Then ato ning isingit, I think dili naman ni bag-o ninyo. Okay, this is not new to you. We will have the SDGs. Okay? So the SDGs could be through asynchronous because naman ni siya video gyud. Dili ako video but I think sa UNICEF to nga video or sa UN to siya nga video that is meant to be shared because the SDGs, these things that are stated in the SDGs are things that are really urgent, I would say. So pananglitan in kinisiyang kuan climate action, life below water, life on land. These are the things, kinisiyang clean water and sanitations. These are the things that the world really needs today. Okay, so besides, the SDGs will also inform and guide you on how you will go about with your final deliverable. Okay, so after this, we will embark on the uh, discussion on economic globalization. So this is nearest to your heart. Okay, so we will be talking about trade and finance. So at the center of the discussion is the economic activity of buying and selling in the global arena. Okay? Bahin baligya, bahin sad ni kwarta. So we will be talking about the sellers, the global corporations. We will be talking about the financiers, okay, the IMF and the World Bank. And of course, we will be looking into the the one in between, the WTO, the World Trade Organization, and what is the WTO doing, what is its role, what is its influence, etc. Then we look into global poverty and food security. Okay? I do not know kung maka-answer na ta ng pangutana nga nung mahal ang sibuyas Bombay, na pwede na iprinda ang sibuyas Bombay sa kuwan. Basi na anay prindahanan mo daw, dawat ng Palawan o ang loyaleran ng Bombay kung inyo iprinda. Okay? So may ana. So after this topics, we will have the topic on technological globalization. Okay? So applications of technology in different fields. So how does technological sophistication affects your course, accountancy, going beyond the calculators class. Okay? Na ako'y kauban sa balay nga mga CPA, na ako'y kauban sa balay nga hapit ma CPA, Na naiuban na sa usa ga review pa padung CPA. So, and some of my closer friends are CPAs. So I always ask them what's going on in the accounting world. Okay? How is the accounting world doing? What are the trends? What are the breakthroughs? What are the challenges and the problems? Especially in the light of present technology. How does technological sophistications affect the accountants? Okay, then the internet and the social media. I guess everybody is in social media. Namoy Facebook. So kahibaw mo kinsa na say nagbuwag ng mga artista. Kahibaw mo kinsay namatay. Okay? And many more. Kahibaw mo mga fake news and going on. Okay? So we will be talking about that under the topic of technological globalization. Then from there, we look into religious globalization. Okay, we look into how these concepts, how these religious groups are affecting, has been affected, and will be affected by the impact of globalization. Okay, so these topics, kitang tanan na magite relihiyon, anong so we will go over it. What is the influence? How does our religious groups influence each other and the rest of the world as far as globalization is concerned? Then, of course, we have socio-cultural globalization. So the topics here would be demography, migration, and the global cities. So how does demography affects you and me? Okay? So it also touches on the supply and demand web. Okay, so kamo sa inyong kuan ba? You are doing accounting, you inyong gukdon maski ang 5 centavos asa padulong. Okay, so as far as this um, groups of people are concerned, significant pa ba na siya karon, no? So demographic studies, for example, is the fear of people some 20, 30 years ago really happening about the explosion of population. Okay? Nakaibaw ba mo class nga ang trend ron sa population paubos, dili pataas. It's actually diving. Okay? So, global cities. What are global cities? Do we consider Cebu, Manila as global cities already? Okay. Bago lang ta nagsinulog, nagkagubot sila sa sinulog, nag-ilog sila sa venue sa sinulog. No, wala mag-ilog sa venue sa sinulog. Mo tagi kagubta nila ang venue, no? So, daghan kayo controversy after that, especially nga many have commented nga mas daghan kuno ang ni Salmot ni appeal sa sinulog sa Carmen, etc. No? So unsa may impact ana sa tourism sa Cebu City, sa Cebu Province, unsa may impact ana sa kwarta nga mosulod sa mga negosyante, sa mga hotel nga mga owners, etc. No? And of course, unsay impact ana sa general economy sa Cebu. Unya ultimately unsa impact ana sa mga accountants nga nagtrabaho diri sa Cebu. It may not be direct, but later on the impact, the effect of what happened. Mingon naman, kuha naman to sir, bahin naman itong sinulog. Yes, but it involves an economic activity. And whenever there is an economic activity, there is something to be accounted. Di ba? Sakto ba? Okay. Then, then finally, our last topics for the semester would be political globalization. So under political globalization, we have global governance. We will talk about the United Nations. We will talk about regionalism. We will discuss the impact of the ASEAN. Okay. Now take note, class, that there is already the ASEAN integration. The ASEAN integration started happening in 2015. And how will that affect you? How will that affect us? Okay? especially that within after 5 years from now, more or less, you will already be part of the working and the professionals, the working groups, the working sector of Philippine population. Yung sa may impact na, then of course, locating the global south. This is of course re, connected, intertwined with poverty. Then of course, global citizenship. Okay? Under global citizenship, we will be discussing the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So after that comes the final, of which you will be submitting your final deliverable. Now, um, I actually attempted to make a written calendar of the activities and the topics. Pag abot na ako sa number 4 class, na-confuse kog samot. Okay, given that napadyod ning 55%, 26%, 19% face-to-face asynchronous. There are 18 weeks. Okay? Though na iba na natag 1 week kay nabisi mi sa kuan enrollment, and I do not know if I feel consoled by the fact nga hasta the inyong majors wala pa, no? But anyway, I attempted to lay down the program, the schedules of the topics, given the holidays, the examination schedules, okay, and some other unforeseen holidays. So I will be sending to you a copy of this school calendar. I will share this to you once I can locate as ako to gisave ang kuan, ang soft copy ani. Ako tong i-share din ha sa to ang Google Classroom so that you will be guided accordingly. So the pre-midterm exam will be February 9 to 10. Okay? Usually kaning pre-med di na mo masunod. Then you have February 13 and 14, 13, March 13 to 18, midterm exams, March 13 to 18. Then April 13 and 14, pre-final exams. Then the final exam is May 20, May 15 to 20. So this is the revised calendar. So we will meet until the third week of May. So kana atong submission sa final deliverable. So meaning to say, wala tay final written exam. Okay, take note of that. There will be no final written exam. But there will be written exams for the midterm and the pre-final, and ug makaya sa powers nasa tay pre-med written exam. Face to face na siya class ha. All the written exams will no longer be online. Okay? So mo na giingon kay di naman online ang exam, let us see the spread. Tan-aw na to ang katag, no? Isa una sa online dagko kay score sa mga estudyante. So tanaw nato kung parehas sa baghapon ang trend sa kuan. But anyway, sa akong exam class, if it is online, I will not give essay. Kaya lisod kayo checkan, sakit sa mata. But if it is written, face to face, I of course limit it to one question. The rest will be MCQs, multiple choice questions. Okay? So kana siya ato ang that would be the things that we will be, of course, among many that we will be looking into, we will be expecting for the next few months until May. Okay? Okay. Now, checking of attendance. So, for a while. Sige pa din lang. Okay, sorry for that class kay. Now sa mig discuss kadiyot na about in teachers loads in a way. Okay, so padayon ta. So we end the semester on the third week of May. So by that time you will be submitting your final deliverable. Okay? So that will have a percentage of course of the grades. Now basically class, ingon man ko nga unya na ta maghisgot sa atong kanang grading system sa face to face nato next by February. Just an idea class ha, that there are two things to be I want to talk about this with you kining duha ka butang. This has something to do with activities, exams, and grades. Okay. Now, there are activities we call formative activities. There are those that we call summative activities. Okay. It is the summative activities. These are the activities that we will be grading. Okay? So, ang apil sa grado, kaning summative. Kung sa may sud, aning summative. Ang final deliverable and the exams. Pre-med, midterm, pre-finals. These are the summative. These are graded. What about the formative? Mga ginagmay activities, recitations, whatever, no? Isod na natog formative. Some of these will not be graded. But katong i-grade nato, we will include that as 10% of the final grade. So meaning to say, 90% will be summative, 10% will be formative. But again, not all formative activities will be graded. Okay? So kung mo appear siya, if it appears in your canvas and there is an equivalent point or points for that activity, then that is graded. Okay? If you were able to submit that on time, take note ha, on time, meaning before gisira siya sa canvas, then you will be graded for that. Kung maliit, it will no longer be accepted. Nga naman, formative raman na siya. Pero kay bawo ko man, naginot man dyan mo na ba? Hindi mo yun ang daginoton. Okay, now, next, attendance. If it is a synchronous, parehas ani, usually di ko mag-check og attendance. Nga naman, Google Classroom will generate an attendance for me. Okay? If it is a face-to-face meeting, ang hata mag-check og attendance. Okay? But, the general rule kay mga BSA man mo, di man gyud mo mga absent. Okay? Based on my 17 or 18 years experience teaching in the University of San Carlos and almost every semester handling BA accountancy students, my experience is that bisan pag tagaliog ang baha sa Sansiangko, di mo mga absent. Okay? But speaking of baha class, pananglitan, 8:30 atong klase, di ba? Okay, since our class is 8:30, what if before 8:30 it rained hard and the rest of Cebu City is submerged in flood? Should we come to school to attend your TCW? We have to be clear on this class. No. I will not put your lives to the risk. Okay? May nagklaro na klase ha? Ayaw na lang dyan mo pangantog San Carlos. Kung may ko face-to-face taon niya, na kay nagbaha, ay na mo pangantog. Do not bother about that. Because we can solve that problem anyway. We can have it asynchronously. I can always do the recording for the discussion for that particular day and share it to the class, then everything is solved. Okay? Kaysa matanggong mo diha, nabasa pa mo, nagka-leptospirosis pa mo diha, natagak pa mo sa imburnal, natagak pa mo sa manhole, ako'y hinungdan. Okay, so klaro na ha? So bisan pag nara ka nagpuyo at bang San Carlos ay nalagtabok. I am also staying near the main campus, just a few steps away. And I won't bother going there kay baha pud na diha napita. Okay, so just in case mag-inana. However, if nag-uwag kusog na nata sa sulod, wow, of course, okay na gyud na wala problema, no? Kung 8:30 nagbaha, nya na natang tanan dito sulod San Carlos, no? So we will proceed with the class. But if it is before 8:30, so kana, no? Na may klase 7:30 to 8:30 wala.
Sir, we have, sir.
Ah, you have. Unsa man?
Yes, sir. Every Tuesday and Thursday, sir.
Ano no,
GMMW,
MWF
sir.
lang, MWF.
None, sir, for MWF, sir.
So,
Your first class, sir.
MW ako first.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. At least klaro ta diha. So safe atong sabot di ay nga 8:30 pwede ra gyud di mo moari basta mag-uwag kusog or magbaha, no? Klarohon na lang tana. Samot ug naay bagyo. Okay? So kung naga di bagyo, I will always keep you abreast with what is going on. Okay? I have the instinct of knowing these things because I grew up in a place nga agianan jug bagyo, no? Nagian Miss Yolanda, daghan pa to gibaha pa may pag 1991 nga daghan kay patay, okay? And so forth and so on. So I am privy to this, so I will always share to the classes whatever is something important about the weather. But do not expect earthquake na makahibaw ko kay walay makahibaw ana. Okay? We will also be talking about earthquake. So niya na lang class unsaon na kung nata sa because katulon ako naka-experience nagklase ko diha sa San Carlos, Maine nga gilinog. The latest katong 5.2. Okay? Kanitingog na gyud ang low building. So unsa ato buhaton, we are 35 in the class, ika 36 ko. Yeah, we are in the fourth floor. So do we need to go down kung maglinog or ngadto na ta sa ibabaw kay anyway kung nata sa ibabaw ang ato pray mahagsa nato. Okay? So but we will talk about that once we will be meeting face to face. What else? Attendance. Kanang attendance class, I think mag-check lang gihapon ko class for the sake of checking lang tingali unsa ba. But do not expect any added points sa inyong attendance ha. Wala na points ang attendance. Kay kahibaw ko inyo nang gi-account ang inyong gibayad San Carlos dahil jud mo absent kay na mahal mo gibayaran. Okay? So no need for, giving those things. So karon, so sa may naay points. First, ang walay points, ang attendance wala nay points. Okay? Pananglitan, sa paman mga activities sa schools for this SEM are the following. Asa naman to? Wala lagi nila gi-appeal there eh. We have the SOCO, okay here. April 20 to 21 class, that is Thursday and Friday. Dugay pa man hinuon pero mas may na makaibaw mo as early as now. The University Research Conference. Okay, I do not know if you are invited, but faculty members, the teachers are mandated to attend this 2-day University Research Conference. Duha ni kaadlaw, April 20 to 21. So I think kana ra kay wala may ron. Wala may lain school activity nato ron kay wala may intrams. So masay nakanindot sa second sem gagamay rag holiday. So ayaw mo pag-expect og daghang holiday ron nga sem class. So I think the first holiday that you will have to experience is February 24. February 24 is Cebu City Charter Day. Then after that, the next holidays will be April 6 and 7 and 10. Okay? So, Semana Santa, Huwebes Santo, Biyernes Santo, Araw ng Kagitingan. Then the next holiday would be May 1, Monday. So, we have fewer holidays this sem. Okay? Unless na makwanto na tong kuan katong mga Lunes-Lunes nila wala pa man ko kabantay nga ana na publication siguro but anyway sige lang. Okay. So unless you have queries, if you have questions class I reserve na lang na sa face to face ha. You just write your questions down and present it once we will have the face-to-face meeting by February. Okay? So again, your room is 444 MC. Okay? I think that would be all for this morning. It's 9:26. Okay, so I think we call it a day and see you then. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank